Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Quranic Arabic webinars. This is a lesson about joined up letters, and this is part 2 of the joined up letters. What we will learn. We will learn to recognize some joined up letters that look similar. We will learn some new joined up letters that are a bit more difficult to recognize. And we will also learn some new joined up letters. Similar looking joined up letters. So we're going to take these two letters, which is alif and lam. So when they're not joined up, this is alif and this is lam. Let's look at the joined up alif. Notice that it joins here to the previous letter. However, alif can never join to the next letter. And this is different to the letter lam because lam can join to the next letter. Here we have the letter ba and the letter noon. In their written up format, when they are joined together with another letter, you may get confused between the two. If we look below, this is a joined up ba and this is a joined up noon. The simple way to remember is ba will always have the dot underneath, one dot, and the noon will always have one dot above. This is the letter tha and this is the letter sheen. In the joined up format, you can get confused because both of them have 3 dots. However, look at the curves underneath. The tha has just got the beginning of its original curve, whereas the sheen will have the 2 double curves, just as it has in its unjoined format. So this is the joined up version of tha and this is the joined up version of sheen. This is the letter fa and this is the letter qaf. When they are joined up, they look very similar, except for fa will only have 1 dot on top and the qaf will have 2 dots. Difficult joined up letters. This is the letter ayn and this is ghayn. Again, ayn has no dot and ghayn has 1 dot above. When they are written, these can be a bit difficult to recognize. At the beginning of a word, the ayn will look like this without a dot. When it is in the middle of the word, i.e. when it's joined up from a previous letter and it joins to the next letter, it will have this small little symbol here. When it is at the end of a word, i.e. when there's a letter before it but not after it, it will be written like this, a big curve underneath, just like the original letter, but with this shape on the top. The ghayn is exactly the same, except we have the 1 dot above each of the joined up versions of the letter. This is the letter mim. When it is joined up, we simply drop the tail. So at the beginning of a word, mim is written like this. In the middle, it's joined up on both sides. It's written like this. You can see the little circle, so there's a little hole in the middle here. And on the end of a word, mim will look very much like it is written on its own. Kaf, in its original form, has this line with this small sign in the middle. However, when it's joined up at the beginning of a word, i.e. it's joining to the next letter, it is this big symbol here, or this big sign. So this is also kaf joined up. And the letter ha is written normally with these two small loops when it's joined up. Ha on its own, if it's not joined to anything, is written as this small little circle. If it's joined up in the middle of the word, i.e. it's joined up to a letter before it and after it, it will be written with these two small loops on the line. And if it's joined at the end of a letter, at the end of a word, it will be written like this because it joins to the previous letter. So the top one that we've seen here is actually the letter ha when it's joining to a letter after it. So this is ha on its own. This is ha at the beginning of a word, in the middle of the word, and at the end of the word. New joined up letters. So we're going to look at a combination. If we have the letter lam and the letter alif, sometimes they are written together like this. So here we have the letter lam, and they move the pen backwards and then draw the letter alif. So this single looking sign is actually called alif lam, or some people will call it lam alif. Okay, but it starts with a lam, goes back and up to an alif. This is lam alif. So if you just remember, the lam is actually written first, then they go back up to the alif. So the correct name of this should be lam alif. We have seen the letter ha joined up and on its own, and you will remember from the lesson on the letter ta marbuta that it is a combination of the letter ta and ha. I can sometimes behave like the letter ta and sometimes like the letter ha. So we've got here the ta marbuta written on its own. So it's like a little circle of the normal ha with the two dots of the letter ta. In the joined up format, when it's joined at the end of a word, it will look like this. Ha with the two dots, making this the tar marbuta. So now we have learned some more joined up letters.